What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody had an excellent weekend. Looks like the warm and sunny weather is finally coming to New Jersey, which will be just great at this point. Tired of the rain. Thank you to everybody that's been watching all the videos, especially the last interview I did with Jason Enrique regarding mental health. Always appreciate all the support and the feedback. About a few days ago, I posted a video with 6 questions about the New York Jets team, where it's like player on the rise, best player on the team, underrated player. So this is the first video kind of recapping all the results of that. So underrated player, the player that probably got the most votes was Corey Davis. Now, he came to the Jets last year with high expectations, became a captain, was going to be a mentor for all the younger receivers, but he only played 9 games. I think he had, 4 touchdowns, drop passes, he kept slipping and falling. It seemed like he was part of all the messy nature of the offense early on, because everything was just so chaotic. Rookie quarterback, everybody learning the offense. So now year 2, with the year in the offense, maybe he takes off and puts up pretty good numbers this year. First off, he's got to stay healthy, but I think he's got a lot of ability. And I think all the playmakers around him now with, Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, and the tight ends, maybe he really flourishes and takes advantage of, being in space more often. The second player mentioned a lot was Braxton Berrios. Now, Braxton Berrios, we know, is an all-pro returner. Was used, at the end of last year, he was carrying the offense by himself with everybody hurt. So he showed that, 46 catches. He could run the ball. He could run with all the end arounds. He's like a gadget guy. He can do a lot of things for the Jets offense. I was surprised that he came back at the deal he did. I thought he was gonna get more in the free agent market, but I'm glad he did. So is he underrated? I'm curious to see how they use him when they have more weapons on the field. Because like I said, now you have 2 tight ends that you can feature. Well, actually 3. You have 2 running backs. You have a lot more talent wide receiver. Will he see the same amount of reps? I'm not really sure. Next guy that was mentioned was John Franklin Myers. Now, John Franklin Myers, a year ago, was starting to come on, showed some explosive ability, started off last year strong, and they got the big contract. And I think there we all expected to see our 10 or 12 sack season, and that didn't happen. Now, was it a product of all the guys getting hurt around him? Was it a product of him playing on the outside when he's an inside guy? I'm not really sure. All I know is based on everything we're hearing, when he goes inside, he should be a disruptive force. So is he underrated now? I think fans are kind of disappointed based on the money he was paid and the results he gave us or the team. But we'll see. He could be a candidate. Next guy is Quincy Williams, the linebacker. Now, he came on, and he always seemed like there's 1 or 2 plays in every game where he laid a big lick. So he has potential. He seems like he probably has the most speed at the Jets linebacker position right now, which is definitely needed. Now, is he underrated, or is he I'm not sure he's underrated, or if we just kind of value him on the right level. But maybe he takes off, and maybe right now we don't appreciate what we have. So, player to keep your eye on as well. Brandon Echols. There's actually 2 corners. Brandon Echols and Bryce Hall were mentioned a lot. I like both of them. Going into this offseason, I liked all the young corners. Echols always seemed to compete very well. He was learning on the fly with no pass rush. He had the pick 6 for a touchdown against Brady, I think it was. So he was, definitely a promising talent. I think he's a very good piece of depth. In terms of underrated, do we think he's a starter, like a legitimate starter? I'm not so sure. Same thing with Bryce Hall. I think Bryce Hall's got a lot of talent too. He recovered from the injury. He came in. I think he's going into year 3 now. A lot of promise as well. The Jets have a lot of versatility and a lot of flexibility in their secondary. But is Bryce Hall a legitimate starter? I think they were forced into action. They did well. But now we'll see how this defense plays when you have Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed. Next guy, Jeff Smith. I was surprised by this one. I think he only had, 8 catches. He's another gadget guy, a lot of speed, special teams guy. But, right now he's a very good depth player. But if the Jets if they were last year, if they were down, if you put Jeff Smith in Braxton Berrios' role at the end of the season, would he have done the same thing? That's a question you guys can answer. I genuinely don't know that answer. I'm not sure if he's necessarily underrated. Next one is Michael Carter, the running back. Now, I'm a big Michael Carter fan. I think he's a running back that can short. I can't talk right now. 3rd and 1, he can carry the ball. He drags defenders. He fights for every yard. I think he's kind of almost like a bell cow back. If you want him to be, you can give him 20 carries a game. You feel comfortable with it. Catches the ball out of the backfield. Was getting better in blitz pickup. I like him a lot. I think Jet fans did as well. I thought he had a very good season. In terms of underrated, I'm not really sure. I think he's probably a solid player. Then you add in Breece Hall now, who will probably take away carries from him. You have a good 1-2 punch. But in terms of Where he is as an NFL player, that remains to be seen. And the last one is Mekhi Becton, which, obviously is always a hot topic with the Jets. In terms of underrated, I'm not really sure how that could be because a lot of fans like him. I think the biggest challenge is that you hear about the weight issues. Like, it's just, is it work ethic? Is it nutrition? What's his health? Unfortunately, he got hurt last year, first game of the season. That was a fluke injury. But year one, I think he was almost as advertised. He came in as, the sky's the limit with him, where he got Pro Bowl potential, and he played like that. He had flashes. Unfortunately, he got banged up a little bit, and the Jets kept playing him. Case. So, I don't think he's underrated. I think right now fans are kind of down on him because it was just like he got hurt. It's like out of sight, out of mind. And then you watch George Fant take over and play really well. So I think Becton's going to come back. I think he's going to play well, but I think he's going to play at right tackle. So if you think Mekhi Becton's underrated, let us know. I just think he's like a hot topic with Jet fans, man. It seems like either everybody loves him, like one portion loves him, and the other portion hates him for whatever reason. I just want to see him back healthy and dominating. So share your thoughts on who you think the most underrated player on this team is. A lot of really good answers. I know Azuma was mentioned, the tight end from the Bengals. I don't really think he's underrated. I think he's a good player, but I think his biggest season was what? I don't know how many catch. He didn't have a lot. He hasn't had really monster years with the Bengals. I think he has potential, but I think he's another piece to the puzzle. I don't think he's going to be like a game-breaking talent for the team, but I think his leadership and his ability will help the offense. But you pair him with Conklin, I think those two as a group make the position a lot better. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.